The other thing that I want to ask you about is that sort of freshness and that brand and that being yourself. How does that translate into the game? Into how, what if that sort of came to the game when you met Mark and you met that team?
So, interesting story is I met Mark and Moonfrog and Tane, everybody, we were, strangely I met them in Goa.
Right.
Because I was shooting for Dear Zindagi at that time.
Right.
And Vivek called me up and he said that, Vivek is, from Matrix, and he said that, we have something really fun and exciting and, we want to come and see you. And whenever somebody comes to an outdoor to meet me, means it's something really special.
Right.
Because that doesn't happen very often. And we met, and the first thing that I think I said to also Mark is, I mean, as we all know, a genius, a legend.
Yes.
So I was firstly honored to be in the same room as him. And the first thing that they said to me, I think, was that we want this to be Alia Bhatt's Star Life,
right.
but it's not only about you.
Right.
The
Okay.
game is about the audience. It's about
Right.
the girl or guy who checks in as the main star, actually, and I'm their friend.
Okay.
So the star life is not my life, it's your life.
Right. Okay.
And I wanted to make it about the other person because I'm not, I can't be that pompous person, कि मुझे देखो मैं इतनी बड़ी star हूँ. I can't
Right.
be that way. I've not grown, I've not been brought up that way. But I do find it important or exciting that I can connect with them and be their best friend virtually.
Right.
I mean, today is the age of virtual, it is the
Yeah,
virtual
of course it is.
reality
Yeah,
or whatever.
absolutely.
And so, I mean, the fact that I could have a game in which I could connect with them was outstanding.
That's
for
what,
me.
that's something to consider for the future, a virtual reality version
Yeah.
of this game, where it's just like, today you can play with Edward. That would be a fun
Yeah, that's
this thing
the
of the
next
game.
step.
Which sort of brings me to my next question, because when you met with Mark, and this seemed like fun, obviously, I know, and this comes from knowing you a little bit, I know you're not the sort of person whose prime driver is money. Like, it's not just about money or this, that, or whatever. So
Yeah.
what about the game, really, aside from just the fan thing, what about their pitch made you go, this is what I want to do?
So, number one, life simulation is a genre. So,
Right.
number one, that genre for me, that's the only way I think I can be a part of a game.
Right,
Through
okay.
life simulation, right? And, I mean, anybody who is, and I've always said this to my mother as well, that I don't only want to be, I don't want to only be known as an actor.
Right.
I want to be able to have different layers to me as well, whether
Sure.
it's being a part of a game, whether it's producing some content, creative content someday, whether it's singing, whether it's social work or whatever it is. I
Right.
want to have those many layers to myself.
Okay.
I want to be like a big chocolate cake with
Okay.
a lot of layers of icing and gems and. Sorry.
I can already see the clickbait headline. Alia Bhatt reveals which cake she would like to be. Click here to find out.
So, so obviously the idea where I could be a part of a game where it's not about me, but
Right.
about the other person was something that I jumped to right away.
Okay.
And what I also really enjoyed was that they came up with these like dummy versions of me in,
Right.
in my dresses, and fashion is a very, very big part of this game.
Okay.
So that's what I enjoyed the most. And as a child, we would love playing games like that, कि हम अपना खुद का avatar design करेंगे और फिर इसको ये कपड़ा पहनना पड़ेगा, ये she wants to
Right.
go here, she wants to go there. And what I really liked was Moonfrog themselves and Mark, they said that, okay, we want to involve you in it, so we want to like put your cat in it. So Sheba
Right,
is in
right.
the game.
Oh, nice. So one of your cats is actually in the game.
Yeah, Sheba is in the game.
Right.
And so is my voice. We spent
Okay.
a lot of time where we were cracking the right tone wherein which you actually feel like I'm there with you in the room. So it's
Nice,
not like,
okay.
hey, aaj kya kar rahe ho? It's
Huh.
almost like, hello, what's up? What's happening? You know,
Right.
like, come do this, do that. Like the way I'm talking to you right,
Right.
now.
It's not that, hi, we are happy to help you. Not,
Exactly.
okay.
It's
That's-
not that.
that's
A
important.
bit creepy.
That's, am I in the game?
You
I,
are not right now, but you could. be.
thanks.
You never
thanks,
know.
Thanks so much. I
It's an
feel so
ongoing
loved.
process,
Like
this
just
game.
guy in background. Like that
No,
would be-
and also we also discussed about how if there's something, say that I have a movie premiere coming up, I have some exciting
Right.
event, we can actually put that in the game.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's also, they want, so I shared my whole schedule with them. Like, this is what I'm
Right.
doing. These are the clothes I like wearing. This is the hairstyles I like doing.
Right.
Things like that. So it's actually in tune with my life.
Oh, nice. So cool. And did you play a lot of games as a kid? Yeah, there's this fly that is obviously your biggest fan. that has just not left your side since we started. But did you play games as a kid, or do you now on the phone like to sort of?
See, I'm on the games, but I can't play games that frustrate me.
Okay.
I need the games to calm me down.
Okay.
So I do play games. Like
Right.
I've played Farmville, I've played
Right.
like Candy Crush and stuff like that. But for me, when I'm going through my hectic life, I need a game to relax me or to basically, most importantly, do time pass. Make
Right.
use of your time, but in a
Right.
relaxing way.
Sure.
And which is why I said to them as well, I said, let this game be not frustrating. Like, let it
Okay,
be simple.
right.
And they're like, no, don't worry. It's going to be really simple and very smooth. And it's like you're walking through, your life, but
Right.
virtually.
I'm glad you said that, because does this happen to anybody else here? It happens to me all the time when I'm playing frustrating games, where I'll be sitting, again, too graphic, I'll be sitting in the loo, I'll be sitting on my couch, and I'll just be playing this game, and I'll be thinking to myself, I've had a good year, I've worked hard, I sort of take care of a business, I have a good relationship with my family, I'm a good person, I think I've achieved a lot in life. Then I'll be playing, and then that one pig will not die. Or that this thing will happen. And my instant reaction will be like, तू क्या है? तू क्या है? तेरे से ये भी नहीं होता. मतलब तू क्या मतलब झंड इंसान है तू? Like that. Does that happen to anybody else? Where if you mess up a level in a game, you're just like, my life is only not worth living.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what I've achieved. It's just
Can't
this.
be
My
that
life
way.
is pointless.
Especially when you're a competitive person. Like I will
Exactly.
compete with my father.
Right.
Like I will compete. If we have to win something, we will make sure we win.
Right.
So I'm not winning, then it's a problem.
Then yeah, exactly. So that's why you like take this competitive element out of the game. So what is that something that your fans will respond to in the game? What do you think they are going to take away from this? Like
I mean, I hope they take away an experience.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it's not like I don't get I don't communicate through my social media platforms, but I can't always respond to everybody, and my heart breaks when I can't do that, because I mean I would be doing that, nobody will be seeing me in any movies.
Correct. I mean, I don't think you'll be able to respond to it, because last I checked, you are India's most successful star on social media.
I would not say most.
I'm saying, look, let's just be blunt in terms of pure numbers. You're talking to a guy who's built his career on the internet, and our entire point of envy is we just go and we look at your followers sometimes and we're like, it's not fair, yeah. This is not fair. Apna pura life internet pe, lekin like we have 2 million, and then whatever followers we have, you add 2 zeros to it, and you get Alia's social media followers.
No. I'm honestly I feel very grateful and flattered that I have those many followers.
Okay.
It seems, I mean, a bit surreal sometimes.
Right.
But as you rightfully said, I can't sit and respond. It's not like I don't want to. I do try to do a
Fair
chat
enough.
session every now and then. But I feel like anybody who checks into this game will be able to hear my voice, will be able to see the videos. And again, it's not about me. It's about
Right.
you.
Sure.
And it's not like, come, I'll give you a piece of me. It's not also about that. It's just
Right.
like, come have an experience, and whilst you do that, I'll be your friend.
Nice.
We could be friends. And it's not like I'm saying none of you are my friends. I literally have love and affection and pure like gratitude for everybody who says good things or bad things about me. Because
Right.
even
Okay.
bad things sometimes make a difference,
Fair enough.
in
Yeah.
a good way.
Sure.
So yeah, I think this is in a sense a way of connecting and just staying in touch, and another medium of communication.
Nice. Okay, so before we talk a little bit more about the game, I have one more question for you about movies, which is that I mentioned you did just March to March. You have done 4 huge films that have sort of come and gone. And so there was Kapoor and Sons, Udta Punjab, Dear Zindagi, and then Badri. So when you're working on all these movies simultaneously, how do you keep your head straight? Like, how do you not show up one day on the set of Udta Punjab just as Kyra? Like, how do you keep it straight?
It is very difficult, and that's where the director comes in place. So fun thing is I was shooting for Dear Zindagi and Badrinathi Dhulania a little bit simultaneously. So the first schedule was Badrinathi Dhulania, I was doing some extra subtle acting. And Shashank was like, Alia, what are you doing? So it became like a fun thing where he said, Alia, not Dear Zindagi, Fear Zindagi.
Right, okay.
So whenever I was doing a Dear Zindagi kind of acting, he used to come and say, no, Fear Zindagi.
Right, just we need to go to the other space.
We need to go to the other
zone.
space. Yeah, but that's where your director, your co-actors, and everybody comes in, in helping you, because honestly, it is very, very difficult, which is why I like doing one film at a time, but you can't always do one film at a time.
So, Dear Zindagi is something that I actually want to talk about more than any of the other movies last year, because For me, what was really nice about watching Dear Zindagi is it felt like a space that Indian movies don't usually go towards, which is this sort of idea of this person who, if you look at it as a normal Hindi movie, it's not that much conflict. You can look at it and be like, is लड़की के life में problem क्या है? It's just love problems which everybody else has. But I like that it takes that and it turns it into a sort of conversation about mental self-care and mental care, which is something that I don't think we do a lot of in India. And is that something that drew you to the character?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know this, you and I, we have a common person in common who has suffered through depression and who is not afraid to talk about it. My sister. Because that the whole idea of being afraid to talk about there's something wrong with the way you're feeling is the idea that I feel we need to get rid of in the society. Dear Zindagi was maybe a subtle, sort of more lighter way of approaching it without being preachy, because you know whenever we try to be preachy, people run away in the opposite direction. I would do that as well. I don't want to hear a, like a bhashan from somebody. But if somebody's giving me a sweet kind of a representation or a subtle representation of how people actually feel. They may not need to be a really big problem, but you can be feeling a certain way. And I feel like we should start talking about it like it's a cold. Like, because it's as common as a cold. And I really, really like that about that character and that space and how she just develops this friendship with her therapist. I mean, Jahangir Khan is totally fictitious. He does not exist. He's not, I mean, I don't know anybody as...
I mean, as cool.
As sexy and as cool. And living in a great little cottage in Goa. But, I mean, a lot of the things that we discussed, I did relate to. And I'm sure many girls out there related to as well.
All right. Good afternoon. I'd like to ask you that, what is the vision of this mobile game app?
What is the reason for doing anything? क्योंकि आपको एक opportunity मिलती है. There is an opportunity where you can explore something that is new. At the same time where it has a parallel to your life. ये एक narrative adventure है, set in the entertainment Indian industry. And for me, both these spaces are relevant, at the same time familiar. Games because हमने बचपन में खेला है, and industry because I belong to the industry. And when you bring this combination together, I think it's a great cocktail and something that I would love to enjoy.
Hi Alia, hi.
Hi.
From Business World, what's up? So my question to you is that how will you engage with your fans with respect to the game?
So basically, as I rightfully mentioned earlier, we sat and we've actually recorded my voice. So when you read the text on the game, there will be my voice along with it to support it. So that's, for me, number one. Communication through audio is the most, the best way you can do in a game like this. And that's what we've done. And also, we have shot a couple of videos as well. So if it's your birthday, I'll wish you happy birthday. If you're doing well, I'll tell you you're doing well. So things like that. And of course, that's the most obvious way through which we can communicate. And even the dressing, we have over 250 design avatars, clothes, accessories that we've particularly put out there so that people can design themselves. And these are all through my personal likes of fashion and all of that.